What's up, ladies and gents? This is Idahodub with my first video in my new series. This series is going to revolve around my created player in NCAA Football 2012. Now, the career mode that I'm going to be using my created player in is the Road to Glory mode. If you're not familiar with what the Road to Glory mode is, you create your player and then you progress them through their final season in high school football. And the game's really cool because they have a lot of cities and real cities from the real states. So most of the time, you'll be able to pick your actual town that you grew up in. Now, my city is I wouldn't even call it a city. I would call it a town. It's a very small town in Idaho, so it's not actually on there. So I had to choose a different city that was actually in my high school's conference. But I was able to change the high school name, so my team is the Redskins, and that is the high school team I actually played for in real life. And so you progress your player through high school, and during the whole high school year and throughout the playoffs, you get recruited by schools. Now, at the beginning of the season, you do get to choose the 3 schools that you would like to attend, and then you earn points throughout the season, and eventually they offer you scholarships or they don't based on your performance. Now, the 3 schools that I chose, I am from Idaho, but I do live in Oregon, so I chose the Oregon State Beavers, the University of Oregon Ducks, and the TCU Horned Frogs. Now, this video is going to be the only video that's different from the rest of the videos that I plan on putting up, because the video that I'm showing you right now is basically just some highlights from the playoffs of my high school season as a Redskin. And the reason I don't really want to talk about the game that much right now, well, as far as the gameplay, is because it's just, the prequel. It's something that the game does to make it feel like you're really going through the experience, like you're really playing high school football, you're actually getting recruited, and it's cool, but I don't need to talk about this gameplay because really, when you're playing this part of Road to Glory, the high school opponents aren't that good, and I'm playing on Heisman difficulty, as I showed you earlier, so that's the toughest difficulty. That play was a little whack, but even though it's on Heisman difficulty, the high school part of Road to Glory is very easy, so it's nothing really to talk about here. But basically, I just kind of want to tell you what I plan on doing with this series, what style my quarterback is, all that stuff. So I guess we'll start out with my actual quarterback. Now, I fully plan on taking over this character, so when I put up the NCAA videos, they're going to be way different than my Black Ops videos. I am going to be Idahodub, the quarterback for whichever team I decide to go to, or whatever school I decide to go to. So my player is built just like I am in real life. I may have added a couple more inches on the biceps, but he is 195 pounds and 5'11", and that is my actual stats right now. I might fluctuate in weight a little bit, after a heavy weekend at the bars or something, but 195 pounds, 5'11". Now, the attributes in Road to Glory, you don't get to tweak those. What you get to do is when you create your player, you get to choose which tendencies you want him to have. So I'm a quarterback, and I chose to be an option quarterback. So essentially, I want to be able to scramble a little bit if I get in that situation, because I usually have a tendency to scramble. Now, when you choose the option part, the game automatically registers that you're going to have some more speed than, let's say, a pocket passer. So I'm an option quarterback, but you don't get to tweak any of the attributes. The attributes that you gain when you go to college, they come from how well you play in the high school portion. Now, once you get done with high school and you go to college, over the course of your college tenure, you do have the ability to increase your attributes based off your performance in the college series, but it's a little harder. And like I said, I'm playing on Heisman difficulty, so it does make it much more difficult to do. But basically, if you run around a lot, throw the ball up for big numbers in high school, you probably have pretty decent attributes going into college. And when you go into college, basically you get recruited the whole way through the season, right? And then when you go into college and you choose the school you want to go to, it'll actually show you, and I'll show you here in a little bit, but it'll show you what string you would be on that football team. So you basically want to perform as well as you can in high school, and it's not that difficult to do. Even on Heisman difficulty, it's not tough. So I've taken over the high school championship. We went undefeated, can you believe it, 9-0, and then we ran through the playoffs. I was the player of the game every game. I'm just out there doing my thing. Now, I am number 8, right? That's what I'm, the hammer and the 8 on my gun on Call of Duty. My favorite number is 8, but it's going to be tough because I don't know that I'll be able to be number 8 when I go to college, because if there's a player there that already has it, I may have to choose another number. So the high school playoffs are over. I did my thing. I had some nice runs. I had some nice throws. I got some scholarship offers. The U of O wants me, TCU, Utah, Bama even offered it up, Stanford. I mean, I got a lot of big decisions in front of me. Who do I choose? I'm on the state championship team. Everybody wants to know where I'm going. Do I become a duck? Do I become a horned frog? Do I become a ute, a beaver, a cowboy? I think I'm going to take my talents to Oregon State University and play quarterback for them. Sorry to my man Katz, you're going to have to ride the bench this year. And my man James Rogers has my number, so I cannot wear the number 8 while I'm a Beaver. But it's okay. He'll be graduating after this year, and I'll get my number back. But that's my first video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. The next video, you get to see me start my career off as an Oregon State Beaver. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.